Hey guys, what's up? Happy Wednesday to you. It's hump day. You made it to the middle of the week. You're closer to the weekend than you are away from it, but hopefully that's a good thing for you, and hopefully your week has gone great regardless of whether you're desperate for the weekend or not. Today we have a really simple challenge, an action item for our devotion today on day 20. And in case you missed yesterday's video, just to kind of go back, my name is Ricky. I'm part of the Faith Box team, and I'm normally involved in the videos. I've been away for a little bit, but it's good to be back in, and so I'm excited to share this devotion with you guys today. So here's what it says. Go back to day 17 and review the names of people you wrote down that can encourage you. And if you haven't already, recruit them to be on your team and help you fulfill the commitments that mean the most to you. I love this action item because I think one of the things that it does is, one, it reconnects what we've experienced or what we talked about in an earlier portion of our devotion or an earlier part of the month. But then two, it puts some legs to it. So it's not just, hey, think about this or write this down. It's now let's figure out what to do with it. And so on day 17, I'll just kind of talk through mine. When I think about like who's on my side, if you remember just the last paragraph on day 17 says, who do you have on your side? Who can you invite to provide encouragement and accountability? Write their names below, and there was a couple spaces. For me, I think first and foremost is my wife, Krista. I mean, she's my champion. She's by my side. She keeps me straight, making sure I'm not doing stupid stuff or getting off track. I have my best friend from college, Chase, and he's, just a rock star, been by my side for, 14 years. We've been our friendship. And then got a couple guys in my church, one guy named Jake and another guy named Eric, who are just great encouragers and people who are committed to following Jesus in their lives. And so I wrote their names down on day 17. And so when I think about recruiting them, excuse me, to be on my team, I guess I'll share kind of what that looks like so that you can have an idea. But for me, I have certain goals, in my life. I want to be a committed husband and faithful to my wife, not just, relationally, but I mean, in all ways. I want to be locked into her in terms of, my commitment, the way I honor her, the way I treat her, the way I respect her, the way I love her, the way I serve her, the way I lead her, all of those things. So when I talk about being faithful to her, that's what I mean. I'm being faithful to the calling that God has placed on my life as a husband. And so, that's one area. Another goal of my life is that, every week I want to be closer to Jesus than I was the week before. In an ideal world, I'd love to be closer to Jesus every single day, but let's be honest, sometimes I'm way more human than I'd like to admit. So every week I want to be closer to Jesus, and there's certain things that requires, whether it's spending time with God in prayer or reading the scriptures, listening to sermons to help build my faith, taking steps of faith and obedience when God calls me to. So those two goals, let's just go with that. Those are the two kind of biggest commitments I have in my life. And so I've invited these guys to speak into that, and my wife as well, to speak into that. And so what it looks like, I've said, hey, feel free, when we meet, when we hang out, when we talk, ask me, what is God teaching me? Ask me, where am I struggling in my faith? Where I feel challenged and feel like maybe I need a little extra support or encouragement to take that step. Ask me what I'm celebrating. What steps have I taken that have led to fruitfulness or success in my life and in my marriage? Ask my wife, am I being the type of husband that she believes I can be, that she knows I can be? And so I've recruited these people, to help keep me accountable toward the commitments that I've made. And so I don't know what commitments you've made. I don't know what tasks are before you, or I don't know who you've even written down or what names you've come up with. But my hope and my prayer is that you would have a conversation with them, very clear, it's simple. And what you'll find is like, oh, that's kind of awkward or weird maybe. But what you'll find is that actually when you have that conversation, more than likely, the people that you're thinking of, they're like, yeah, 100%. I want to support you in that. I'll be by your side. I'll rock with you. I'll do all these things to make sure, whatever I can do to help you become the person God has called you to be. And so let's take that step together. Let's commit to this action and let's live this out. And look, put a timeline on it. If you can't do it today, make sure that you do it. Today's Wednesday, do it by the end of this week. By this weekend that you've reached out and had a conversation with these people. Love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.